Jackie Lundstrom. I work for the Enforcement Division as the Operations Supervisor. Every vessel is required to have on board a wearable life jacket. That includes paddle boards, canoes, kayaks. Boats 16 and over also need to have a throwable PFD. Certain circumstances also have, for jet skis, can also have some special use life jackets for impact rated. It's important to make sure that you read the label of every life jacket because there are some specialty life jackets in regards to the inflatables that they do have to be worn to count as a carriage requirement on your life jackets. And then there are those newer ones that may not have that. So we always encourage everybody to read the label inside the jacket once you get it. Historically, the #1 citation in the summer is failure to have enough life jackets on board for everybody. We always encourage everyone to make sure before they depart for their day in the boat to make sure that they check their life jacket quantities in their storage compartments to make sure that they have enough to cover everybody that they are taking out. And that includes if you're taking out children, you need to have an appropriately sized life jacket for them as well, and infants too. So when we talk about boat safety, we also talk about water safety in general as well. So it's important to remember that North Dakota is a cold water state. And not only do we encourage life jacket wear when you're out boating, we also encourage life jacket wear when you're swimming, especially for some of the younger kids. It's easy to lose footing, and sometimes they don't realize how cold that water actually is, and it can cause some issues with them being able to return to shore. So if you're 16 and above, you can operate any type of watercraft. Anybody under 16 can only operate a watercraft over 10 horsepower if they have had our boat and water safety training, and only those individuals 12 to 15 can take that. So other than if you have not had the boat safety training or are under 12, then you would have to have an adult with you for a motor over 10 horsepower. One common question we get is how far do boats have to stay away from individuals fishing from shore? And the answer is they don't have to. What has to be done is that if they're operating within 100 feet of anybody on shore, they need to be operating at idle speed. This summer, we want to make sure that during those busy times, when you get to the boat ramp, you stop well enough before the ramp and prepare your boat. Undo the straps, put in your plug, make sure you have all your life jackets, and then prepare to unload your boat. Don't back into the unloading spot and then try to do all of that stuff. That causes a lot of frustration. And if you see someone out at the boat ramp that is having trouble, lend a hand and help them out. Depending on the body of water, it's important to remember that, especially during the holidays and some really nice, beautiful weekends, there's going to be a lot of traffic. And it's important to have a little patience. You know, everybody is out there to have a good time and get to a spot. And we don't need somebody driving excessive speed, zigzagging through traffic just because they have a spot that they want to get to before somebody else does. If you're choosing to partake in alcoholic beverages, it's important to make sure you have a designated driver for your return trip, because you, as the captain of that boat, are responsible for everybody in it. So during the summer, should you have a boat accident that is in the realm of a $2,000 mark for repairs, damages. It is a reportable boat accident. If somebody gets injured, whether it's a single boat incident or a double boat incident, that is also a reportable boat accident. Those boat accident forms can be found from your local game warden or also on our Game and Fish website. Damage accidents need to be reported to the Game and Fish department within 10 days. If it's an injury, missing person, or death, it's within 48 hours. There was an adjustment in the state regulations that now all vessels are required to have a whistle on them. So that includes kayaks, paddle boards, and jet skis. So if you don't have a whistle on board, it may be something that they start checking this summer. So when you're at your recreational spots, whether it's on the shoreline or in your boat on a sandbar, bring your garbage bags with you. There are no garbage cans out on the public waters, so you want to make sure that you collect all of that. And if you find something somebody else left, be kind and pick it up as well. All of our boating regulations can be found in our North Dakota Game and Fish Boat and Water Safety Guide, and it is also available online at our Game and Fish website. So this summer, make sure you're prepared and have a good time out on the water. Make sure everyone comes home safely.